Hey everyone, I'm Jimmy. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Instant Trailer Review Show. I'm here with my good friend
I'm David.
And today we are reviewing Hercules: The Legend Begins with Kellan Lutz.
And this is not the Hercules movie with The Rock, which everyone is sort of looking forward to, I think, a little more. That's a Brett Ratner movie.
Which I say, no.
Paramount is going to make that movie. This is a Millennium movie.
Yep.
And this one, the trailer already came out for this one. The Rock one, we still haven't seen a trailer for.
Yeah. So, good on you, Hercules: Legend Begins. Getting out first. It's a big part of it. So let's just dive in. So yeah, this is like the first time we're seeing Hercules in a while. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, there was the Disney Hercules in '97.
Yeah.
There was also the Ryan Gosling starring TV show Young Hercules.
Oh my god.
There's also the Kevin Sorbo TV show Hercules, which I think are related. There's also a Disney TV show based off the cartoon movie of Hercules.
So we have right away. It looks a lot like 300.
It does. They're definitely going for like 300, Troy, maybe Game of Thrones.
I think
Immortals,
it's more
Sword
like
and Sandals.
Spartacus, which is fitting considering that Joel McIntyre, who plays Spartacus in the TV show, is also in this as well. So we have some.
So he's typecast.
Yeah, so he's typecast. But hey, if you're gonna be typecast as something, it's not bad to be like totally ripped and kicking ass all the time. So anyway,
so we're in Greece, and then if we go back a moment,
this dude is wearing a lion.
That's a pretty common thing in the Hercules myths, I think, is someone who killed a lion and all the.
But he's just straight up wearing a lion's head.
I know. Those poor animals.
That's pretty intense.
But that's not Hercules, though. Usually Hercules is the one who wears the lion's head.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe this guy's is marked for death, and Hercules is gonna take on that lion. I don't know. You never know. But anyway, so there's a little bit of drama going on.
Now that's Hercules.
Here's our first shot of Mr. Lutz.
Now Kellan Lutz comes from the Twilight world. I'm a little confused why he's the lead of this movie, only because he's not that big of a star, and there's a lot of people they could have chose from. So maybe it was budget reasons.
I mean, it's got a $70 million budget. It's not like...
I wonder how much was spent on what, though.
I think a lot of it went into the effects, to be honest, and the sets and the props and production.
Also, fun fact, they shot this movie in Bulgaria. So that's a little cheesy. Yeah. One man chose to follow... Let's go back there. One man dared to follow his heart. Now, I don't like that. I don't get it.
But look at him. He's on a horse.
I guess he's following his heart.
Look at those veins, man.
He is Hercules.
He's a demigod.
I think it would have been better if you're like an adventure.
No, let's talk about the director. The same director did Die Hard 2.
His name is Rennie Harlan.
Yeah, Rennie
Harlan. He
Harlan.
did some Burn Notice episodes.
He also did Cliffhanger. He did Die Hard 2. I mean, Die Hard 2 is a pretty good action movie. So I think we can expect at least some good action. I think he knows how to choreograph a good fight or two.
So that's the woman he's in love with, as we can tell by this sexy kiss that's about to come up. Kissing.
Do you want to talk about the kiss anymore?
No, I think there's a lot of that going to be in the movie.
A lot of kissing?
Yeah.
Do you think this is going to be more action or more like Game of Thrones?
I think it's going to be a lot of social commentary. No, I'm kidding. It's going to be action. It's like Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, but with Hercules.
Oh
no.
my god.
All right, continuing on.
Moving on. Oh man, that'd be great. You should write that.
All right, so we have a lot of this right now is showing us every staple from the Sword and Sandal. We got like the king who seems a little mad. We have the I stand before you kneeling, all these kind of classic tropes. I mean, Game of Thrones is like one of the most popular things in culture right now. And I definitely this movie's been playing on that a lot.
Oh yeah, it's definitely playing to I think people's interest in that world, in that time period, whether it's historically accurate or more fantasy based. But anyway, so Hercules is going to get shipped off to Egypt, and he's not really stoked about it. He seems kind of bummed. So
we have more 300 fighting. It's pretty green screen.
Yeah.
Now he's exiled, as we've been told.
So he's gonna fight. and he doesn't just fight. He really kicks some ass. Because I mean, he's Hercules. He hasn't really reached his full potential though yet.
They're definitely drawing from the Gladiator movie.
Yeah.
And the Zack Snyder slow-mo. I'm not a fan of that because Zack
But
Snyder.
that's pretty
I feel like that's
awfully
his
hard.
thing.
But this shot
It's
right
like-
here is pretty. Dude, that slow-mo's been around forever though. It's not like Zack Snyder was the first person to do. Just because Zack Snyder was the first person to like show a head that had been cut off in slow motion, doesn't mean that he's the first. I think this shot's awesome though. He's just throwing that dude. That actually looks.
Now,
really,
in Greek mythology, Hercules is half human, half god.
Yeah, a demigod.
Or demigod. And we haven't really seen that in the trailer yet, but I know it's going to come up. They're going to mention it. That's part of his fate. So there is sort of a like.
They say they're talking about channeling his father Zeus's strength. So he's going to get like struck by lightning. He's getting some lightning powers here in his sword.
Kind of like Percy Jackson kind of feel. Now this I don't get. The producers of The Expendables.
Again,
that movie's nothing to do with this though.
But you know what it is? It's huge action set pieces.
So if you like The Expendables, then maybe you'll like this.
Exactly. I think that's their target audience.
Yeah.
Hey, I love The Expendables and The Expendables 2. So maybe there's some crazy monster in there.
Actually, that's true. This movie doesn't seem to have any monsters.
Maybe it's like Expendables 2, and there's going to be a plane that flies
Arnold Schwarzenegger will just show up in a Mini Cooper.
Cave.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So this movie seems very. They don't seem to be showing any gods or any monsters, and this is another Braveheart like inspirational speech that we can say at soccer games, and then go and fight.
I don't know. I think that this is going to be the more human side of the Hercules story.
I think it is like Troy, where they're not going to show gods or monsters.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe towards the end, he realizes there's something larger out there. You can see him.
Where did he get the sword? Wait, let's go back. I feel like he's like conjured a sword, or did someone throw it to him?
I don't know. Actually, that's a good question.
And then
no, it cuts. That's why.
Oh, so they put together.
And he does grab it. Yeah, he does grab it.
Oh, so someone throws him a sword.
Someone throws him a sword.
All right, now it makes sense.
Yeah. That's a pretty awesome shot, though.
And then we go slam into the title. It's a pretty good cut. Hercules. The Legend Begins, which that means they want a franchise.
Oh yeah.
And it's in real 3D and digital 3D.
But I mean, it's Summit Millennium, so
January 10.
I think Summit, first of all, knows what they're doing because they have Kellan Lutz, who's from Twilight.
It's true. They're going to get a lot of women in the audience.
They can put this
in the audience.
This is cool. I was like pulling all that stuff down. No, I think also going back to his Hercules body. He said that he wanted to get like huge,
like Man of Steel, huge.
No, bigger,
oh
like wider, and just like really bulk up. But the director said, no, keep your.
Well, you need to be able to wield a sword.
Yeah.
As a fun fact about Conan, the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he actually got too big and couldn't wield a sword.
How could he not wield it?
Well, because his biceps were like basketballs, and he couldn't move the sword. At least that's what I read once.
Like he was just like there was like a blind spot in his swing.
Yeah,
that's
you got to be flexible for gladiator fights, I guess.
That's true. Because if you think about it, like all the big guys in those gladiator movies, they're too slow. You need someone who's like nimble. But Hercules has God strength, so he can do some.
So I guess if you're a fan of Troy, Game of Thrones, Gladiator, Braveheart, 300, Immortals,
or Die Hard 2,
or Twilight, or
The Expendables,
Burn Notice, or Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, I guess this movie's gonna be for you. So check it out when it comes out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little doubtful, but I'll say somewhat curious to see it. I'll definitely watch the movie, maybe on like VOD. I don't know if it'll be.
It'll be interesting to see how this compares to The Rock's version. The same way that Deep Impact and Armageddon came out around the same time.
It's just I love how Hollywood keeps doing this.
Or Ants and A Bug's Life.
You really get an apples to apples comparison, so it's cool. So anyway, let us know what do you think of Hercules: The Legend Legend Begins, not continues.
It'll continue in the next one.
It'll continue, yeah. So let us know what you thought. Comment below and be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more trailer reviews. But for Movie Clips, I'm Jimmy.
And I'm David.
Thanks for watching.